Hi, it's Tre'von. Uh, oh my gosh, we're live. Okay, hi, it's Tre'von, and I'm coming bearing great news. Okay, so for those of you who didn't know, I had a GoFundMe page. I made a GoFundMe campaign so that I could try to get some help with a situation that I had on that was keeping me from applying to nursing school, keeping me from graduating. Back about 3 years ago, when I came from study abroad from Spain, almost 4 now. I owed the school almost $10,000. And so I've been working for the last 3 years doing 3+ jobs, not full time, all of them, of course, but one full time job, two other part time jobs, along with my military stuff, along with, just continuously going to school, doing the prerequisites at the community college. And I'm just getting classes that I needed to try to apply for nursing school and generate credits that I needed in order to graduate from university with my bachelor's in Spanish. That's my first bachelor's. It's Spanish language and culture studies. Um, and I decided I wanted to go nursing after that because of an opportunity I had. I say opportunity, but I was walking down the street in Spain after volunteering at the high school, and I came across this woman who was distraught and screaming because her baby wasn't breathing, and he was like convulsing and he was seizing, and then he like passed out and went blue, and so then I did CPR. At that time, I just had a Red Cross CPR training, and it was terrifying, but I did CPR. The baby came back to life. And at that moment, I realized that that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. That's something that I wanted to be a part of. If I had to work for 40 hours a day, 40 hours a week, 36 hours a week or whatever, and I couldn't necessarily like sing, act, and model and stuff, that's what I wanted my day job to be. I'm not the type of person who can just work anywhere. I want to work, and when I want to do what I love, and I don't necessarily want to have to wait to do what I love, as some people have to do. So when I came back, I started down my healthcare road. I did my CNA class, and I became an EMT, then a medical assistant, and a combat medic. And so now here I am at my last semester of my bachelor's in Spanish, and I get to the point where I pay off the majority of it, between tax refunds and my own my own personal savings of paying off that up to having about $700 left. The moment that I noticed it, at that moment, it was a couple weeks ago, last week, 2 weeks ago, I think, or last week. It was just last week, yeah. That I was like, I have $700 left to pay off this debt. I've been doing everything that I can for years, working my butt off in these prerequisites, and the deadlines are coming up. I'm applying to about 2 schools. I already missed a January 31st deadline from one of the 3. I was going to apply to 3 schools. So there was one of the schools deadline is January 14th. The other school is February 14th, Valentine's Day, and the other one is February 20th. So now today I was able, yesterday I was able to pay off the debt in full, and today I was able to order my transcripts. It was amazing because so many people donate. I had posted my situation on one of these nursing pages I'm on, and somebody suggested for me to make a GoFundMe. I usually don't do things like that. I don't like to ask people for help. I'm very proud in that sense, and sometimes that can be a downfall. And so I made a GoFundMe page. I and I asked people to share, and many people kept donating. Many people were asking for my Cash App if they didn't donate to the GoFundMe. And so within 2 days, we had reached half of what we needed, and then people kept slowly trickling in more and more. And then by the time my next payday came, I was able to add that with it, and that allowed me to pay off the debt in full and had the holds lifted so that I could get my transcripts and finally put in my application, get it all on file. So now I'm just gonna be waiting to hear back from them about my acceptance, because that's what I'm going with. I'm going with that I'm gonna be accepted. And I want to thank each and every one of you who donated. I want to thank each and every one of you who shared my post, because it was life-changing. It was important that money not be the one thing that stops me from getting to where I need to go. because oftentimes we look up in this world that's controlled by money, that's ran by money, that people without that money, they don't get to do things. So many people work all their lives. So many patients that I treat work all of their lives. They say they took care of all these people. They've done all these, things for other people. They've worked and worked and worked and clocked into somebody's job, and they never went anywhere. They never seen things that they want to see. They never lived their life to the fullest. And to me, I don't want that to be me. I don't want that to be my life. And I just hate that it has to be the situation for some people. And so I'm very grateful that $700 didn't stand in my way after all of these years of working for, from applying to nursing school to start fall 2020. And that was possible because of people like you who saw it fit to donate, to help somebody else in need, to listen to somebody else's story, and you saw an excess that you had, or maybe even if you didn't have, you just saw you had it in your heart to give. And that was inspiring for me. And it was a lot of nurses on the nursing group as well, and that was inspiring for me specifically because in this industry, it can be very hard to, for one, get accepted, and then you have to get through each class, and then you have to, get hired, and then you have to survive your orientation. And there's, and they say the nurses eat their young, and so it's so hard to, keep going, to keep motivated and everything. It's a worthwhile career, but it's definitely not an easy thing to do. And so when I see a lot of nurses sticking together to help another future nurse, that is inspiring. And I can never repay you guys. I mean, I could, work on that. But you guys all told me that the best payment will be to pay it forward. So when I am a nurse and when I see somebody else in need, when I'm in nursing school and I see, somebody struggling maybe with a concept or whatever, my goal is to like create, study groups. So just kind of make sure that I'm paying it forward, that I'm not just letting people go by the wayside because, oh, I've got mine and I'm just gonna keep on doing me. Not necessarily, because nursing is all about caring and helping people, and then maybe helping somebody else understand something's gonna help me understand the concept better. Because they say you learn more by teaching than you do by being the one learning. And so you never know, and I'm just glad that I have people like you who see my posts, and people that there are people like you in the world. And so this is a personal thank you to each and every one of you, and also for those people who shared. That was very important because there are people who donated who I don't know who they are, where they saw the post at, or anything, but there was just people donating. There were people sending money to my Cash App. It was magnanimous. It was like a shift in the world that, no, this is not gonna you're not gonna be deterred from this just because of money, because money doesn't run everything. We are stronger than this evil in the world that's like keeping certain people from getting certain places, and that we can help each other get to those places. And it wasn't like people were donating like huge and large amounts. People were doing, there was like some, 10, 25, 50, $100 here, and well, $100 was like, I was on a few people that, like, that's fine. But it was just like everybody just coming together to create this large movement that changes somebody's life. And that's the type of energy that we need in the universe. That's the type of energy that keeps the world going around. That's what keeps us together. That's what creates kindness and compassion. You know, um, a caring heart. Those are things that you can't buy with money. That money could never buy. And those are the types of things that we need in nursing. Those are the types of things that we need in healthcare. Those are the type of people, the type of mindsets that we need when we're talking about treating people. And I really appreciate that you all show that same kindness, compassion, and caring towards me, so that I can show that same towards another. So I want to thank you so much, and I cannot wait to show you guys my acceptance letters. So stay tuned for more, and and I'll catch you then. Bye.